Good morning. It is 11 a.m. and it is New Year's Day right now. I am driving back from Wisconsin. So I live in Minnesota, but I was celebrating the New Year last night with my best friend and like her sister's friends and stuff. So if you're wondering why I look a little tired, that's because I am. But it is the new year, so I thought that it was probably a good idea to do a little recap of my 2023 and then talk about my goals I have for 2024, because I feel like if I talk about it, maybe they'll actually happen. What is going on? I had a very fun time last night. It was a good time. Hold on, let me get on the road, like the highway, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I have a good 87 miles on this road, so I should be able to handle that. I've never done a drive with me before, so hopefully the camera isn't too shaky, or hopefully it stabilizes itself, because it looks a little shaky, but we'll see. I feel like I need to recap 2023 because it was literally the most insane year of my life. Some of the highlights that I should definitely mention was, first of all, semester at sea. I have been wanting to go on semester at sea for 3 years, and it was the most incredible experience. I made some of my best friends. It was so insane, and I can't recommend semester at sea enough. It was incredible. Got to go to Africa, which is a new continent for me. I feel like I gained a lot of independence and trusting myself. I can throw myself into new situations and I'll be fine. And I feel like that was something that was really important for me. Recognizing that once I came home was really cool, because I had it before, but I feel like I gained a whole new level of that. Honestly, just not having service for a long time while being on the ship, I knew I would like that, but I didn't realize how much I would like that. Just not having to be connected was really cool, which is kind of good to know, to recognize for myself, when I'm trying to just center myself, be I don't need to be on the internet right now. I also backpacked to Europe with my friend Sophie, who I met while I was on semester at sea, and we literally spent a month in Europe going to, I don't even know how many countries. I think we went to something like 14 countries. I don't even know. It was so hectic and fun, and everything a backpacking trip should be. That was another one of those bucket list things that I've done now, so that was really cool. I went to Banff. That was another trip in Canada. And I also went on my first EF Ultimate break trip to Ecuador and the Galapagos Islands, which I'm halfway done uploading videos for. I have one more video for that, and I've been wanting to EF Ultimate break for a long time, and I've been an ambassador, and so if you want to use my code UASarahN100, you can get $100 off your first trip. I'll put the link down in the description below. I love not having to plan anything on EF Ultimate break. I loved just going and signing up and not having to do a thing. It was fantastic, honestly, especially because I'm someone who normally does all the planning. I enjoyed that. So that crossed off my 5th continent with South America, so I only have Australia and Antarctica left. I feel like something else to note was I feel like I'm eternally in this post-grad transition phase, which kind of got re-emphasized by going on semester at sea, because I graduated college in 2021. And then I had a year and a half off before semester at sea because of COVID. So it just kind of postponed the whole thing. So then I was living in this weird kind of transition post-grad phase before semester at sea. And then I come home from semester at sea and I'm, 24 and now I'm 25. And I still feel like I'm in this transition post-grad phase, which I feel like needs to be talked about more. It's such a weird, you have so many different friends who are at so many different stages of their lives, and you're where am I supposed to be right now? And not that there's any supposed to be, because there's a reason that everybody has different paths, and that's really important. But it definitely is hard to be okay with that, and just be okay with being. I'm kind of hoping in the next year that I'll kind of start to transition out of that phase and feel more like I'm just being an adult, doing adult things. I think that's one of my big goals, honestly, for next year. And then one of the things that I'm most excited about, professionally, is that I started getting paid on YouTube this year. Don't get me wrong, it's not very much right now. It is not enough to live on or really even be a side at this point. I'm getting some money, but not anything substantial. But I'm really grateful that I have gotten to the point where I can be paid on YouTube, because that was like a goal of mine for so long. I've just come to know that having a regular like 9 to 5 kind of job is just not for me. I think it shifts. It keeps shifting. I've just been really trying to work hard to make YouTube like my actual job, because I know I will feel so much like happier in general if I can do that and make that a reality. So that was really big for me to get paid on YouTube. Now I want to go over like my goals for 2024. And these are not necessarily like super thought out yet. I know I want to do them, and I know that these are what I want to be putting my energy into this year, but I would be lying if I said I didn't just sit down and write them yesterday. But I really want these things to happen. First and foremost is I need to move out. Nothing against my family at all. I love them all. I've never had like that love-hate relationship with my family or my parents. Like, I genuinely do really love living at home, but I just feel like I'm very stagnant as someone who's done quite a significant amount of like moving around and doing different things a lot in the last year especially, but like the last couple years. Being in one place for so long has really made me feel a little bit stir crazy. I just want to feel more like an adult, and I don't think that's really gonna happen unless I move out. I'm not gonna go very far. I think I'm gonna be staying near where I live now, but on my own or with a roommate. I'm kind of talking to one of my friends right now about what we may do if we're gonna do that. So again, these goals are not super fleshed out, but I know it needs to happen this year. It's gonna happen this year. Honestly, before I turn 26. I need to move out before I turn 26 in October. That's my goal. Another big goal is to get paid for my writing. I'm a creative writing major. I've been writing my whole life. I've written a lot of like young adults, college age fiction books. I've written a lot of poetry. I've actually gotten a few poems published over the years in various magazines. However, none of them have been paying gigs, so I haven't actually gotten paid for my writing yet. My dream is to have my job be YouTube and writing. That's what I want to do. Basically, just be creative and get paid for it, which is obviously a work in progress, which basically just means I need to work more on submitting my writing and my books to agents and publishers, because it's not going to happen if I don't do that. So I need to get back to focusing on that, because that truly has been my dream since I was about 10 years old, was to be a published author. So I need to make my professional goals more of like a focus this year. Another goal is to be more intentional with my relationships and my friendships, because I am the kind of person where it's like out of sight, out of mind, and not that I don't then like obviously care about my friends still, but I don't think about the fact that, oh, I should reach out, or oh, we should go like hang out, or we should go do something. My brain just doesn't go there naturally, and I've really been missing since coming back from semester at sea, or just after college in general, of like being around a community and being with your friends all the time, and that's something I really miss. So I want to be more intentional about reaching out and hanging out with my friends and seeing them, even though most of my friends are in many different places across the country, and sometimes in different countries. So I want to be more intentional with that. Another goal that I kind of realized because of semester at sea, and I love semester at sea, is super fast, just like go, go, go all the time. But I realized that I also like slow travel and just like being in one place for like a month, or just slowly getting to explore a city and getting to kind of experience what it would be like to live there a little bit more, instead of just like being a tourist and like seeing the tourist things and then like dipping. I want to actually explore and not feel like I'm in a rush all the time. I guess I won't be able to do that all the time, but I want to just do more slow travel and really experience a place and live in a place for longer than a week. I have a couple different trips in mind that I'm not gonna talk about right now. Sorry, that's kind of annoying, but I just want to keep them under wraps until they're a little bit more sketched out for now. But there are definitely more trips in the works, so don't worry about that. Another goal that is also more professional, but I want to be paid more substantially on YouTube. And obviously that's like, I need to put out content that other people want to watch, and so then I get paid more because more people watch the ads and more people clicked on the links and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But I really want to make my focus getting paid more on YouTube and increasing my following so that this can be my job. I don't have a specific money goal in mind yet. The thing with YouTube is you either get paid once you've reached like $100, or like if you're making more than that, then like every 2 weeks. I think probably a good goal for me would be, I don't even know how possible this is, because it's just based on like how much my channel grows or like how many subscribers I have, so more people are watching my videos. But I feel like a good goal would be for me to try to get paid on like that regular 2-week amount. If I can just get that far, that would be huge. And even still, that wouldn't be a lot of money, but it would be definitely more substantial. We'll say tentatively that my goal is to get paid on like a 2-week schedule. If I can get that by the end of the year, I'll be really happy. I have like sort of 2 more. I want to get back into working out more. I was a 4-sport athlete in high school, and then I did some sports a little bit in college, just like intramural stuff and working out a little bit. But like at heart, truly, I am like, this sounds kind of cringy to say, but like I'm an athlete at heart. Like I love feeling myself get stronger and be more active, and I feel good when I work out. And that's like something I really know about myself, is that I do like working out. I've just kind of not done that so much in the last year or 2 years, and I want to feel more like I did when I was working out all the time, when I was going to practice. I want to have some of that energy and strength back, so I really want to be more intentional with working out more regularly, a couple times a week maybe. It doesn't even have to be like a full big workout. Like I have the Fabletics membership, or the Fabletics app. They have a whole bunch of free workouts on there, and I just need to use that resource more because it's honestly a really useful resource, and I think that would make it a lot easier for me to actually work out. So that's what I want to do. I want to work out more. I want to stretch more. I was in dance. I'm still really flexible, but I can feel my body like starting to tighten up, and I don't like that. I'll like sit a certain way or move or something, and I'll be like, oh, that's never been tight before. I don't like that. So I want to get back into that more. Another one that I don't even know if I can say this is a goal or not, because I don't know if I want to for sure. I mean, I do. I don't know. I'll just say it. I want to go to therapy. Practice what you preach, honestly, because I have told so many people like, oh yes, you should go to therapy. And I did when I was younger, when I was a little bit. It was more like counseling, like through my school. But I just feel like that would be really helpful for me, and just like figuring out stuff. And there is absolutely no shame to going to therapy, and you don't even need to feel like there's something wrong to go to therapy. It just helps you put words to what's in your brain. I don't know if I'll even have like the money really to be able to do that, and I don't know where I'll be, so I don't know, maybe I'll just do BetterHelp. I don't know. I don't really know. It's just something I've been thinking about a lot. And I don't know, I just feel like I've been thinking about it for so long that I probably just should do it, but it's also a little daunting to start something that I don't even know how I would start. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can say that's a goal so much as just like something I need to be more intentionally thinking about. I feel like that's largely kind of everything that I want to do for 2024, like all kind of my rough goals. Honestly, it's largely just like be financially stable, move out, be healthy. Like that's like, if we're gonna summarize it, like that's what it is. Obviously it's important to like narrow them down so that you can be more intentional with them. I've never had a word of the year before, and I've been hearing more and more people do that, and so I was like, maybe I should do that and just see what happens. Like, the worst that can happen is nothing's different. I'm not totally sure if this is what I want to choose yet, but I was thinking about the word growth for my year. I just feel like there's a lot of growth personally, professionally, socially, that I want to really delve into and latch onto. For me, at least where I am in my life, I just feel like there's a lot of growth that I can and should be working towards. So yeah, I guess that's what I'm thinking of. I'll let you know if it changes, but as of right now, I feel like growth really kind of hits the nail on the head. I still have a solid hour left to go on my drive back home. Thank you just for watching and listening to just me talk for a while I'm in my car. This was kind of really fun, so I might do it again if I have some other like big updates to share. Make sure you like and subscribe, because that's the kind of stuff that really helps me out and keeps with track of my goal of trying to grow my YouTube more in the next year. So you can also comment, you can share all the things, tell all your friends. And I've just been really grateful for the year I've had, honestly. It's been a crazy, wild year in so many ways. I'm just really grateful for 2023 because it did a lot for me. So yeah, thanks for watching. Oh, and have a happy new year. I hope your 2024s are as wonderful as you hope they are. I hope you all reach your goals and have a good start to this new year, this new season. So yeah, happy new year. Welcome to 2024.